Hey y'all, this is Sherilyn. My name is Sherilyn. This is Just Goodness 333 Little Homestead. It is a hot, muggy, yucky, overcast, gross feeling kind of day. This is the first week of June and there's a tropical storm out there, not hitting us directly, but we've gotten all the yuckiness off of it. We got some rain, lots of rain. Got about 4 inches of rain in a day or two. I've got some squash in the garden, and we are dealing with powdery mildew and caterpillars. It's time to go to war. I'm going to take you guys along with me and show you what I'm doing. First, I'm opening up this sprayer. I bought 2 of these. One so I could have for some natural weed control, and one that I could have for pest control. I got this at Walmart. It's so just cheap. It was like $7. Super easy to use these. I'll have to put it together. I'll do that in just a minute. What I want to talk to you today is what we're going to use. For powdery mildew, we're going to use the world's simplest solution. Milk. This is 50% milk, 50% water. For powdery mildew, you're going to spray this on there nightly until you see it start to clear up. And I say nightly because you don't want to spray anything on your plants in the morning. You don't want to bug the bees that are in there. This isn't going to hurt the bees. But you got pollinators in there in the morning time, and the sun gets up and gets really hot. So don't spray your stuff in the morning. The thing we're going to use for major pest control is neem oil. Now this is from Garden Safe. It's neem extract oil. I wanted to caution you to make sure you get cold pressed neem oil. There's where all your benefits are going to come. Don't get any just normal neem oil. You know, maybe they make it for soap makers or different things. You want to make sure that your neem oil is organic, if that matters to you, and that it is cold pressed. And this is an insecticide, a fungicide, and a miticide. Now we could use this on the powdery mildew, but we're having such great results. My son's having great results since I told him about milk and water, and I've seen some other gardeners on YouTube having great results with milk and water, and I'd rather just use that. But we're going to double up today. I found caterpillars, little tiny icky yucky nasty little sap sucking green caterpillars. In my squash this morning. I did take a few pictures and I'm going to put them in here at some point in the video just to show you what to look for. This neem oil extract calls for 2 tablespoons per 1 gallon. This is a 1 gallon jug. Some sprayers are 2 gallons, so just make sure you know how big yours is. I'm just going to use the lid here because I'm one of those cooks that I just, measure in the palm of my hand or something and like, yeah, that's a tablespoon. So I'm just going to use this lid. I'm going to put the neem oil in here. Then I'm going to put this thing together, fill it up with water, and I'll take you guys back to the squash. Okay, here we are in our little squash bed. Let me step back to give you just an idea. We're growing some in the front as well as back here. My hope was that if I spread it out throughout the garden, it would be harder for pests to find. But these guys are tenacious. So let's look here first at the powdery mildew. You see this whitish look on there? This is the very first stages of the powdery mildew. You can also tell there's some bug damage, some little holes. There's something's been nibbling on it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to spray this. And I'm going to spray the tops and bottoms of all the leaves. This is the milk and water solution. I started noticing a few days ago that this plant was a little lighter in color than the ones next to it. And I said, oh no, here we go. I'm going to give it a milk bath. I'm getting all these leaves. And here's one that's really, I don't know if you can see it from that angle. I'm just gonna take this one off. This one looks really pale and that one's not coming back. I'm gonna take that off and discard that somewhere. It's amazing that something as simple as milk we eat on our cereal, drink in our coffee. So many uses. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, that's in the way. Okay. You see this? That is caterpillar poop. It's over here. It's down there in the bottom. And look at these little black ants. They farm neem. They farm aphids. We're gonna have to put down some DE, diatomaceous earth, all around the roots and base of these plants as well to take care of the ants. But for now, we're gonna spray neem oil on this plant. This is 2 plants together, and there's one right there. Let me just show you how to do that. Okay, I've got my handy dandy sprayer, and I'm gonna tilt it with a nozzle up. Let me check there, we got a good mist. See that widespread? And I'm gonna put this underneath all the leaves. I'm gonna get all these leaves on the bottom, get the stem, and we're gonna flip it around and do the top. Give it a pretty good soak. This is going to soak into the leaves, and it's going to make anything that bites it, it's going to taste really yucky to them. They're not going to want to eat it. Now I'm going to take the diatomaceous earth. It looks like this. This is just regular, like for garden purposes. Oh, Lord have mercy. Look at this. It is so hot out here, you don't have to do anything. It's so humid, you don't have to do anything, and I'm just pouring sweat. I'm going to sprinkle this around the base of the plants, but I am going to avoid all the little flower areas, because when the bees come in the morning, I don't want it to hurt them. This will hurt bees. I'm going to sprinkle it actually on the ground around the base of the plants. Ooh, and pull up that grass. Every day. In the summertime, every day. Okay. I'm just going to sprinkle this around. Spread it out a little bit on the ground around this plant. I'm also going to do this with the beans while I'm out here. And I have this out here. What this does is let me get that off of there. It will, from my understanding, it will, when they get it on them, when pests get it on them, it is cut into their skin and dry them out. I don't know, I may be totally wrong, but I just know it works. All right, I'm going to finish this up. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we used 50% milk, 50% water, half and half, for the powdery mildew. We used the neem oil, the cold pressed neem oil. This is organic from Garden Safe. We used that for the pests, for the caterpillars and the other junk that may want to come eat our stuff. And I also took like just a regular old garden grade Florida bugs. He was in my ear. I took regular old gardener's grade diatomaceous earth and sprinkled around the base of the plants. I want to show you something else. I also have this, and I just bought this ready-made my local hardware store last year. I didn't have any neem oil, and I had like a major aphid infestation just overnight. So I did go and grab this. And this is Whitney Farms insecticidal soap. You can also find online lots of recipes for making your own insecticidal soap. Just look that up if you want. I'll tell you what, I'm about ready to get back in the house. This humidity is like... Have you ever had someone come up to you and they were all hot and sweaty and they just wanted to give you a great big hug, like with their cheek on your cheek and their arms on your arms, and ugh. That's what this air feels like. A great big giant sweaty, hot, sweaty hug. So I'm gonna go back inside. And until next time, bye y'all. And as far as this milk and water goes, I'm just going to store this in my fridge. I don't think anybody's going to drink it with the, you know, sprayer on it. Doesn't taste good. Oh Lord. Bye y'all.